Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with an update on the not so resilient Jenkins. As always, there has been just a bunch of dumpster fires and nonsense happening on this, I don't even want to call it a creator's page because Steph and Drew don't even deserve the title of being creative or creators. But we're going to talk for a few. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so as usual and as expected, Steph and Drew are getting super comfy in this shelter. I understand wanting the space where you're living, whether it's temporary or permanent, to be comfortable and, have the basic needs that one would need to survive. The way that they are treating this shelter as if it is a home that they are paying for is a little wild. Now, we have her over here, and of course, I'm going to drop in some videos for y'all, but they have done a kitchen transition. Girl, why not put that effort towards, I don't know, getting a job, getting your bum man a job, looking for a home, trying to get your children out of a shelter. I think that the list of priorities is all the way fucked up with both of these idiots. But they're over here transitioning the kitchen, deep cleaning the bathroom. Steph says, bathroom deep clean in our motel. It is not a motel. Let's not try to trick the internet into thinking that y'all are coming up off a dime to live in this place, because you are not. We know, or we have some thoughts about where all that money is going. And it's definitely not to motel, housing applications, deposits. Y'all get where I'm going with this. As a complete side note, and I love this for Drew, his TikTok was banned. So he had to make a new account, and Steph says, you can't keep a good man down. And then also compliments the bum for being a great father. Let me tell you two things. Drew does not have any of the qualifications to be a good man, and he certainly is in the negative when it comes to being a good father. You're trying to tell me y'all are living in a shelter and your bum man is trying to make TikToks instead of, I don't know, sitting at home doing customer service work, going to a grocery store and sitting and bagging groceries. There are so many things that he could be doing to get y'all out of this situation. And it's very clear that you want everything handed to you. Steph also recently was complaining about how she's going to, they're going to be losing their benefits soon. So you don't want to pay for housing. You don't want to pay for your kids' health care or your health care. And you just want to live in a shelter and collect a paycheck off of social media. Is that the 5-year plan? Because my God, these children need to be rescued. If you want that to be your life for the next 5, 6, 7 years, because you can sit there and say, oh, that's not what we're trying to do here. We see what you're trying to do. Y'all have had the time, and the time is up. We see what's going on here. You want to grift and just get everything handed to you for free.
Little debate here. Do you still sort your laundry, or do you rely on the washers these days to just do the job themselves? For me personally, I'm always going to sort my laundry. Darks, reds, pinks, yellows, whites when I have enough to run it, because I do like to use a little bit of bleach. Cleaning rags get their own load, as well as any towels that we wash ourselves with. Those get their own separate load as well. For me, I've always found being meticulous about laundry kind of soothing. You don't want to make your assumptions about that, but some of us just like cleaning. Now, for those of you that keep asking, I wanted to touch base on the P.O. box. In order to open one up, we have to have 2 forms of ID, and one of those forms of ID needs to be some kind of legit piece of mail that we've received at the address that we're currently staying at. It can't just be like some Amazon package. It has to be like a medical bill, utility bill, something along those lines. Y'all can catch me here being a little over dramatic because I do not like spiders at all. I must have watched this like 80 times trying to figure out where the spider came from. Did it climb out of my hair? I think it was in this sock bucket that we had in the closet. Had all of our backpacks sitting on top of this sock bucket, and the backpacks have been in and out with all of our moving back and forth. So yeah, when I started going through that bucket, I think that little creature found its way up to me. Anyways, I gathered myself and got right back to it. Now let me get back on that P.O. box thing for just a minute. I personally have not received any kind of mail like that here. Drew has received some mail, but I still need to receive the same kind of mail to go put myself on the P.O. box as well. So right now, we're just receiving mail as general delivery at a post office, and we pick it up. And then briefly, I wanted to talk a little bit about housing. I've seen a lot of people just assume that we're just trying to sit up in this motel for the rest of our lives. Your time frames are completely unrealistic. I've never seen anyone flip their life over in less than a year. And even a year is pretty good timing. I'm the type of person that focuses on the immediate need. Housing is an immediate need, but it's also something that we need to plan for. We need to make sure we're not jumping into anything that doesn't last us. It's silly to assume that Drew and I don't sit here and have endless conversations about what we want to try to do next. We thought about possibly getting something mobile and being the traveling type family. We've also been considering moving out of state because there's a lot of other states that have way more affordable housing than Oregon. Just because the housing is affordable doesn't mean that groceries are more affordable in that state, other costs of living. I mean, there's lots of things to consider. Lots of things to consider that take time to consider. And it's hard because as a mom who's never been able to afford just a basic little vacation for my kiddos, I want to take my next month's payment and take my kids to Disney World or some crazy crap. But I know that's completely unrealistic. I toss between we only have one life to live and I want to create as many memories as I can. But then I bring myself right back to reality because I'm back to that immediate need mindset. All of my kids are constantly growing and need clothes all of the freaking time. Pretty soon here, we're going to lose our benefits and we're going to have to pay out of pocket for all of our means, which I know y'all can't wait for. Personally, I'm a little bit freaking terrified. I've spent my whole 30 years of my life financially struggling. And now I spend my every day doing everything I can to try to create financial stability for my children and create some kind of future where they don't have to do the same kind of struggling with their kiddos. Just because I'm not doing it the way you see fit doesn't mean I'm not trying my hardest.
She also posted this video and said, POV, everyone keeps saying our kids will hold this time of our life against us forever. Meanwhile, our kids wake up to the TV hot breakfast in a hotel room vibe daily, and you've created a homey feel. Ma'am, this is not day camp. This is not a vacation. This is not a, let's go live in a rustic Airbnb for a couple weeks and have fun. You are literally creating trauma and housing insecurities for these kids. And they will hold it against you. But only time will tell that. Because at this point, these kids are powerless. They, at times, I think, feel very hopeless because you can see that these children are not, typically when you see children, they're full of life. They just radiate sunshine and positivity. These kids look worn down, worn out, tired and bored, and it breaks my heart. You are not creating a motel cozy vibe for them. You are putting them in a shelter and sitting on your ass because it's free housing and you're going to sit on your ass until you are literally forced out. And what's next? What is next? When you get kicked out of this shelter, not motel, are you going to literally be on the street with these kids? Because y'all have done nothing to make sure that doesn't happen. She has also decided that she is upgrading her kids' dental care routine. Steph, let me tell you, number one, fluoride is needed for children's teeth. And no, I'm not a dentist. I'm just someone with common sense. Fluoride is needed for children's teeth so that they do not get cavities. But on a side note, when it comes to upgrading your kids' dental routine, giving them a toothbrush cover, toothpaste, and mouthwash is not an upgrade. That's the minimum of what an oral care routine should look like for a child. So I'm not sure what kind of upgrade you're trying to show your followers here, but it's the bare bones and nobody is giving you a round of applause for this. Secondly, I want to say, imagine focusing on things like deep cleaning a bathroom, which again, side note on that, I don't even know how they make such a mess when Steph and Drew don't work. So what are y'all doing, and why is your bathroom like a complete disaster zone when y'all are home all day? Like, what's going on here? But either way, you're doing that, you're transitioning your kitchen, you're doing all of this kind of stuff. Instead of focusing on that, again, let's go back to kind of the cornerstone argument of the Jenkins as a whole. Y'all need to be focusing on giving these children a home.
I mentioned that we were going to slowly but surely better each area in our life, and I started with our dental care. Go out with the old and with the new kind of method, if you will. I know some of you may be thinking, hey, you just cleaned this bathroom. If you're paying good enough attention in that cleaning video, the Guru Nada products were already on the counter. I am not about to do that over. Like I was saying, the Guru Nada products were already on the counter. Because when I did the whole cleaning video, I started with the counter, and I just played around with angles so that I could finish the rest of the bathroom. Let's get back to this bettering part of our lives. I chose to invest in our dental care first because I just felt like it was the most immediate need for our family all around. All of our kids regularly see dentists and none of them had cavities, which is a win in any parent's book. As our kids are getting older, they stop losing all their baby teeth. They now have all of their adult teeth. I'm going to do anything and everything I can going forward to help them maintain the best oral health they can. Honestly, I did my research on this. I had never seen these concentrated mouthwash drops from Guru Nada, but there's 300 uses per bottle. Since I got 3 bottles in the pack, I'm expecting this to last us like at least 6-8 months. I'm using it for 3 days and so far everybody's liking it. Okay, bye-bye now.
Toothbrushes and cleaning the bathroom is all good and well, but that's what you signed up for when you decided to pop out a bunch of kids. Providing them with a permanent home should be like above top of the list. But y'all are focused on going to Target and doing little recipes and making sure that Drew has a new TikTok since his old one was banned. Can y'all understand why people are sitting here thinking there is something else at play here? These are not logically thinking people, and it's so sad for the children. Yes, they're fed. Yes, they have clothes, and yes, technically they have a roof over their head. But if you want a round of applause for that, you can get fucked, because that is your job as a parent. And when you lay on your back and continue to reproduce, even though you shouldn't be having more children, and you're utilizing those kids as a way for people to feel bad for you, while simultaneously doing the bare minimum and expecting a pat on the back, gutter, both of them. But that's what's going on with these two bozos as of right now. As always, I'll have more content coming, but I wanted to just like catch y'all up to speed. I've received, quite a few DMs about what's been going on, and at the end of the day, it's all just so sad. It is just so sad, and it's not going to get better anytime soon, clearly. But that's going to be it for today. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.